gold 1 gram bars. Are they worth it? Is that investment worth it? Hell yeah. Let's have a chat why. Hi everybody, it's Andy, CPM. Happy Father's Day everybody. I hope you've had a really great day. Anyway, I've been busy doing bits and pieces today, banging out shorts. And I had a comment on one of my shorts today that really made me think a little bit. And it was, is gold worth getting into? I don't know why that person asked that question. But yeah, I think it was specifically around these lovely 1 gram gold bars. Not necessarily the Perth Mint ones, but around the 1 gram gold bars. Are they worth it? Are they a good investment? Well, it made me think a little bit. Now I've got these little 1 gram bars over the last 3 or 4 years now. Every now and then I pick one up. I haven't picked any up for a while, to be fair. I might start again. Primarily as a bit of an investment for my grandchildren. I thought I'd get a few. And like anything, time goes by. I'm out in my garden today, so you might hear pigeons flying around and doing their thing. As you can see, they're on the lawn. And you can probably hear them in the background. But yeah, 1 grammers, cool investment. Anyway, I looked up the price. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. I was looking at the average price of 1 gram pieces of gold back in 2003, and I think the average price was about £70 a gram. Now today's price, gold is at 81, I believe, at time of recording. That's a bit of a difference in a year and a half. £20 a gram. So, no, £10 a gram, sorry. Where am I going? I haven't had that much Guinness today. Yeah, £10 a gram. So, when you really think about it, have I lost any money on them? No. At spot price, I think I paid around about 75 for this piece, I believe. And I think the others were about 75. I want to say 75 as well for these. So even at spot price today, I could sell these at spot and I'm still in profit. So are they a sound investment? Yeah, for sure. If you want to store your value, store your money, I can only say from data, I'm not going to use data, that over that period of time these have increased in value. Now the downside is there's quite a high premium on these for obvious reasons. Packaging, minting, making, you know, the premiums are going to go up on them. So, and I think roughly these are probably about £95 now. So you're paying £15 over spot, maybe even £100 in certain circumstances, depending on where you shop around. So you do end up paying a high premium. If you're really trying to get close to spot, these aren't really the way to go. But what does come into force is affordability. That's a big factor, especially nowadays. So, you know, when you're looking at sovereigns, well over £600 now. Quarter ounce gold is knocking on the door, £700. An ounce of gold is at sort of £2,500. It's making smaller fractional gold probably the only way in most people can get in. And maybe some people might think, is it worth it? Now, that's the whole reason why I've done this video, because, you know, obviously circumstances have pushed gold through the roof over this last definitely 6 months. I'm not going to go into speculating why that's the case, but it's happened. So we've got to use that data as a record, and over the period of time since I bought these to today, they haven't lost any value. If anything, they've gained, and they've made me a very slight profit if I was to sell today, which I have no intention of doing. So I can't say that they're not a good investment, because I've got the data to prove that they are. And I honestly do believe that if this is the only way in for the majority of us people, and I'm included, that haven't got a lot of money, and you're not going to put that into silver, because I know silver's cheaper, and you just want some gold, then if you've got a long-term horizon of investment, then I can't say they're not a good investment. And if history and if my data is anything to go by, then yes, you're not going to lose money. Obviously, nothing's set in stone. None of us have got any control over what happens to the gold marketplace. That's a whole new kettle of fish, trying to understand what's going on there. But it's not for us at our level to understand. It's for us to just, you know, if we've got to do a little bit of homework and try and get the best price that we can get, and then sit and hold them, let gold do its thing, and then you know, in the future, for whatever reason you may be investing in this stuff, then hopefully you'll be able to trade, sell, pass on, whatever you're going to do, and it's allowed you to store that time and energy that you've spent collecting fiat currency, which is the pound, storing it in something, and hopefully getting a bit of that money back, you know, with a little bit of a bonus. So yeah, that's a bit of a short video really for me, but I don't want to get too embroiled. But it's really cool when people ask me questions, and I take a lot of what I do for granted now, and I forget about, you know, when I first bought certain stuff, and I've been having a good look at certain bits of my stack now, and you know, it's great to have that little bit of experience, that little bit of knowledge now. And the data, the data is so important. It's so important to keep the data and have reference to it, because then you know whether your investment is doing what you'd like it to do or not. Now, obviously, we can all play with the crazy figures people play with. You know, gold's going to God knows how much an ounce, which will push, you know, the gram values up even higher. I don't know that. I have no idea. But I have evidence now, it's my own evidence, that in this fairly short period of time since I bought these, you know, they haven't lost value. The premiums are back. Everything now is a bonus. So yeah, if you're thinking, you that's watching this, you, about investing in a bit of gold, then there's nothing wrong with fractional. As long as your time horizon's long enough to be able to benefit from the slow increase in the value of gold against the forever falling value of our lovely pound and the purchasing power of it. So that's where the proper protection is. You might not make tons of money, but you will protect that little bit that you put into it. So yeah, there's a shortish video on 1 gram. I'm going to probably start to buy these again. Just little pieces every now and then, just DCA into it, maybe one a month or something, just to build them up, because I've now got proof myself they work, and that's got to be a good thing for my grandchildren that inevitably will inherit this. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the backdrop. Bit different. Got to be outside a bit now in the summer and enjoy the garden and enjoy the birdies. We're having a good old peck on the lawn today. Bless them. The old grass is looking a bit sorry for itself, but anyway, take good care. Enjoy the rest of your Father's Day, and I'll catch up with another video very soon. See you later. Bye.